All right, you guys, we're back with another country card. This time we will be learning about Canada. Canada country card notes are located on slide 8 on the other side, right next to our USA country card. You do have some type boxes to be filling in as we go. So let's get to it. Our type of government in a Canadian country, in Canada, our type of government is a parliamentary democracy, a federation, and a constitutional monarchy. So it's a lot of things going on at once, but we're focusing right now on a parliamentary democracy, a federation, and a constitutional monarchy. So remember, if they have a constitution, that means they are a limited government. Their government structure is much like the USA. We have an executive branch, a legislative branch, and a judicial branch, just like we did in the USA. So in an executive, the head of state is actually a monarch. So it's actually a king or a queen. Since the monarch lives in the United Kingdom, the monarch appoints the governor general to represent the monarch for a minimum of 5 years. So the king or queen elects a governor general that helps monitor and run Canada. The role is mostly ceremonial. The head of government is the prime minister, who is chosen from the House of Commons and is usually the leader of the majority party. The legislative branch is the bicameral parliament. It consists of the Senate, 105 members appointed by the Governor General on the advice of the Prime Minister, and the House of Commons. So this is a little bit different. In the USA, we had the House of Representatives. This is the House of Commons. They have 308 members that are elected by a direct popular vote for 4 terms. And judicial. The judicial branch is made up of the Supreme Court of Canada. It has judges who are appointed by the Governor General on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. Now, in their Constitution, and we do have a little bit of information to write about the Constitution, so make sure you read this as I go about reading this paragraph. So the Constitution was written, and unwritten acts, customs, judicial decisions, and traditions make up the Constitution. The Constitution Act of 1867 created a federation of 4 provinces. The Constitution Act of 1982 transferred formal control over the Constitution from Britain to Canada and added a Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, as well as procedures to amend the Constitution. The Constitution is based on English common law, except in Quebec, where the law is based on French civil code. So we have quite a few things written down here. So the Constitution is based on, let's find that. The Constitution is based on English common law, except in Quebec. The Constitution Act of 1867 created a federation of 4 provinces. And the Constitution Act of 1982 transferred formal control over to Canada. So those are things you should be copying down into your notes. The flag, which can be seen here or on your notes at the bottom right there. The flag is made up of the official colors of Canada, which are red and white. The flag consists of 2 vertical bands of red on each side with a white square between them. An 11-pointed red maple leaf is centered in the white square. The maple leaf is just a symbol for Canada. Now, you don't have any information to type in regarding the Canadian flag. It's just something interesting. The capital of Canada is Ottawa, Canada. Canada got its independence, or was a union of British North America colonies, in July 1st of 1867. And then in December 11th, 1931, that's not that long ago, was when they were recognized by the United Kingdom per the Statute of Westminster. So that's when they were officially recognized by the UK. Their population is much smaller than the USA. They're ranked 38 in the world based in a poll, or not a poll, a census in 2018. They have about 35,881,659. They're ranked lower in GDP as well, so they're getting about $48,400. Their ethnicity is made up of a lot of different things. One thing that's important to note, and something that might come up on your test, is that they have a lot of French. A lot of French people. So there's actually quite a bit of people in Canada that speak French because their French population is so high. Their religions vary multiple different things, but in their literacy is very similar to the USA. Very high literacy rates, remember, which means to read or write. About 99% of males and 99% of females. All right, civil rights and freedoms looks a little bit different. They don't have a Bill of Rights, but they do have a Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And that's kind of a mouthful. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms of citizens. It provides for basic freedoms of religion, thought, belief, opinion, expression, press and media, peaceful assembly, and association. So it sounds a lot like the Bill of Rights. Their suffrage, their age of voting is 18 years of age, just like the USA. Our political parties, there's not two main ones this time. There's actually quite a few. So we have the Liberal Party, Conservative. I actually don't even know how to say that. Maybe somebody can help me out. Looks like Bloc Québécois? I don't know. And the New Democratic Party. So those are different types of political parties. Just like on our USA Country card, there's some QR codes right here that you can scan if you would like to read more about some current issues in Canada. All right, you guys, all your notes should be filled in, so go ahead and make sure you have it completed.